Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you all about crisis management. At New Beginnings this week, we had a few kids that had some issues. One kid in particular is a kid that I had worked with for 3 years prior to being at New Beginnings. He was at my school that I worked at, and I helped him through a lot of behavioral stuff, so luckily I have a really good relationship with him. He really struggled with mental health this week. His apartment hadn't been approved yet. Just a lot of things not going his way. One of the staff on Tuesday night, he decided to call him out for bullying. This male client was sitting there staring at a female across the room, and this happens to be an ex-girlfriend of his as well, just staring. And the staff referred to him as, "You're being a bully right now." He got very upset. He began yelling, stating, "How dare you accuse me of something? I never even said a word," in a very high tone. The staff just explained to him what bullying looked like and how, it can make people feel uncomfortable in a situation. Knowing the individual, I came over and further explained the situation. I said, "What was your intention from what you were doing?" And he said, "Well, I wanted her to know I'm here so she doesn't start shit with me or start talking crap about me or whatever." And so I said, "All right, so what you're doing was intimidating her?" And he agreed, "Yes, I wanted to intimidate her." And I said, "Well, intimidation is a form of bullying. We want everyone to feel safe here. And, we really want people to feel comfortable in this space and utilize the resources we have. It's not supposed to be about personal feelings. This is about bettering ourselves." So he calmed down for a minute, and then he stated, "Staff, Jesse, you really ruined my dinner." And he slammed his plate and he threw it. At this point, he grabbed a pen, he broke it in half, and he said, "Now you're all gonna pay." So, our expectation was, okay, either he's going to come out aggressive with this pen, or he's going to self-harm as he goes in the bathroom with this pen that he just broke. So, giving him 2 minutes, we asked one of his friends, a youth, "Why don't you go engage him first, see if he's in an okay space?" The client never responded to his peer who was in the bathroom. The client never responded from the bathroom saying he was okay, so then I engaged the situation, and I was like, "We're just all worried about you. Why don't you come out and we can further this conversation, or we can just move on." So it ended up being that he came out and he destroyed the entire unit before he walked out the door. At the point he walked out the door, he said, "Jesse, I'm going to kill you. So-and-so," the client he was intimidating, "I'm going to have me and my boys jump your boy," and, just a bunch of unnecessary drama. At this point, the staff were very uncomfortable and fearful of the situation. I have a lot of experience with crisis management. Also, I have a very good relationship with this client, luckily. So I followed him out into the parking lot where he came towards me and stated, "I don't like being picked on. I'm feeling like everyone here is against me. F this place. I can't believe the work we do." And, I kind of explained to him this is a space for everyone to feel safe, and I was really sorry that so many things weren't going his way. And, just kind of gratified what he was saying. I tried to explain to him that, he probably is very frustrated. His apartment was pushed back. He's still homeless. He is really struggling with his youth and his ex and just a lot of drama. And I told him it must be very frustrating being in his shoes and feeling targeted by staff as well. He said, "You're absolutely right. I'm going back in there to settle this." I told him at this point he needed to be all done for the day. His anger had gone too far, and he needed a break from the unit just because he needed some space, mental health wise. He ended up walking by. Us being a non-hands-on program, I let him go. He walked by. He fake shot everyone in there with his hand, and then he left. At this point, I told him, "We really need you to take space." He took his phone, shattered it on the ground, punched the ground a few times, hit his head off the ground. At this point, I looked inside and I told them to call the cops. It ended up really well. He came back today. We had a meeting. He's going to take 2 weeks off until his life is kind of in order personally, because sometimes when their life is out of order, it's hard to put them in a social situation. He can still utilize all our programs and all of that, but he's going to have to be limited from the drop-in. In crisis management, the one thing I've learned is you want to keep everyone safe. If you're not safe or the peers aren't safe, no one's safe. And removing that peer from the situation and having him leave the program and not be back that day was definitely the best thing for everyone in the situation involved. If anyone has any feedback about crisis management, I'd love to hear it. I've gone over my time way too much already, but I think we can all learn from crisis management, and we're all going to deal with it. So would you have done anything different, or what is your steps in crisis management when you've encountered it? Thanks so much, guys.